But then the leader of the new force, KWAME BEDIAKO, has cast doubt on the feasibility of this promise. He says that for it to be effective, you need to first of all work on industrialization. What's the NDC response to this critic?
He's right.
SAMMY GYAMFI. Perseme de ye breaking it down na fe ya de emrato we bia de emrada so atiase ye ma obi metra kroma sei en kansem e bia nye de for ne hudi de bia rada e bra mete ha SAMMY GYAMFI akasa na KWAME BEDIAKO akasa e pese ye comparison bi wa ha na de na hwade na hwade a ye de o man na obetna ye de ayo man de ye abusua mencha mensam no hono ye tinsinsam no so SAMMY GYAMFI mini firi kro ba ko bra panyi mini o de firi kro ba ko yes, and then once I can be breaking it down. Now, if you get in some night, then I to be in some da, no creda. So, what I say, and the saying, great uncles are bonumbi, after more. Now, Medina read it, a message. Jeda, now you could videos also. Video number 1, Abusia, Yanjin Boom.
The 24-hour economy. Just a few weeks back, you told us about your plan: 3 shifts, 1 job. But then the leader of the new force, KWAME BEDIAKO, has cast doubt on the feasibility of this promise. He says that for it to be effective, you need to first of all work on industrialization. What's the NDC response?
Abusia, as for your question, I don't know, because I'm some community to that. As I the way you question, I don't know. Yeah, president. That yes, I got a president. Yes, I cover that. Obiawa Trakunjeso. If you what the president, what the vice president, what the MP, what the Eiii, assemblyman. Still now, who will be a person of the mind? There's also a 24-hour economy. What about the issue? What about the also? Because person business, they be pan away, yeah. There's a person the 24-hour economy. What take you if you not chalk that's good for your drink today. Number 1. Na dumso ajemai aboso le ayi allowance nurses allowance ujamu teachers now mo pay ma Mr. Mekaya open so teachers cost strike Mr. Dubiki meboa Mr. Dubiki wa ko be ka kire me ayemi ya say Mr. Dubiki ma fu obusia yan ko ne sem no so. Now, only questions now. Now, questions no. Yes, we the beginning some now. Abusa,
but he's right. But look, industrialization must not precede a 24-hour economy. A 24-hour economy.
Abusa, I can't say was the same true wiping and the issue. Was not KWAME BEDIAKO is what? It's right. Not just say it's right. Not just say not KWAME BEDIAKO is right. They are not just almost some no. This is a few 2, 3, 4, 4. Abusa, you can't say no.
We must precede industrialization. I don't know why people don't get this. It's so simple. The 24-hour economy is not an end in itself, it's a means to an end.
Okay.
So you want to promote industrialization. John Mahama is saying that put in the right framework, the policy framework, that will allow those industries to operate 24/7. What is so difficult about this? That people cannot understand. You want to set up factories, right?
Put in the right framework. John Dramani Mahama better than so. Frameworks very part of the work. I feel that by man 24-hour economy. Every cost, and I obey, and I operate. Abusia, yan be who ye. I probably you be, yen tell you that camera. The other by now, Moase de Guna Thomas, or Moase Mudano. Mimini at the Abon was a Moase Muda. So what I say, Mimini at him. Abusia Yanko, SAMMY GYAMFI also. What I say, is there net? We will feel you off.
So John Mahama says that when he comes, he will look at the comparative advantage of every region and set up agro-industrial zones. where government is going to take tracts of land, do the roads that leads to the place, provide.
Sir, put for over. Me buy one place to one dam, one place for one factory, and then now. And I'm going to go to Eiii, say, poor, say,
Musika, no shame. Shagana for Sika, $570 million. Any catch me say, hey, and mamma,
say Eiii, cathedral, secretary, Obuka was so on the form. My friend to Biasin, Eiii, and my friend Gugu, if you come Munya, oh, the Yakupo Kakas, Kakas, and Yakupo Kakas. What? More the Agri BEDIAKO.
Utilities, electricity, and water, and businesses can just come and take spaces and set up their factories to process what is produced in those regions, be it cocoa, cashew, cassava, tomato, onions, shea, and so on, cotton, and so on, right?
Yeah.
Now, John Mama is saying that those factories should not work 8 hours because the demand is high for those factories. We need more tomato paste. We need more processed cocoa, more processed cashew, more processed starch, gari, do all those.
Oh, baby, be name away, boy. And that's like, woman transfer my young, what transfer my young. If you not common chalk, common chalk where they try down A, B, C, common chalk. Mr. Dubi, give me boy. Never you crowd po, not in every to school. Nipa we say or the day we brawa abusia dwen hu ye o ibi o ti so na ibi na light mpo presso nipa we say or the day we brawa abusia dwen hu ye o abanyazo o man no ti say war Bible ka say bi pese me twa bi ti so so boy dem man for na no chi me war kese na no e de politics dem man for na no e de we chi mo wagu ya oboboa abusuan moboa emfa ye to aso.
We need them because we are importing 99% of these commodities from outside, and it is putting unbearable pressure on our currency. That is what is leading to the structural, deepening the structural challenges that continue to make our city, depreciate. So he says that, look, the demand is there. So why should a business, if you leave the businessman to his own fate, he will only operate for 8 hours.
You are aware when they say namu tse kunyano suno namu mo ya aware say ye import bi bia free abroje na eba namu mo ya aware mo de na mo ya fa ho abusia omo is ye yankra wa ye ntoso
because he's thinking about how am I going to pay my workers. Hey, utility will kill me. Hey, taxes. So me, I'll set up the factory and work 8 hours. So John Mama says, this is where my 24-hour economy strategy comes in. I'm giving you tax incentives that will reduce your cost of production, your cost of doing business, so that you can scale up production. I am reducing electricity costs for you through what is called a time of use tariff. So that for every kilowatt of power you consume.
Mama can't say more time. And teachers are suffering, nurses are suffering. Teacher trainers are suffering. Even Ghanaians as a whole, we are suffering. Mebwa, never time. Now, since you are most of the mobile, Timo Pesem, if you move Kuyana Abuja,
per hour, you are paying far cheaper during night hours than what you pay during peak hours to motivate you to work in the night, like it pertains in the advanced jurisdiction. Oh, you are producing for non-traditional exports. That is why I set up Exim Bank. So I will use Exim Bank to provide you with financing support at a very cheap rate. Because if that businessman goes to the bank, he's getting credit at 35-40%, he can't pay. But your mama is giving you Exim Bank facility and you're paying 5% or less. So I'm giving you financing support. Okay? So tax incentive, financing support, security, patrol services. I'm also giving you an agro-industrial enclave with amenities. You are not going to think about land litigation in deciding to set up a factory in Ghana. because government has acquired the land. You are not thinking about how do I get a good road to the factory? How do I get utility? Government is providing it. So then that businessman who is going to set up that manufacturing company or industry now sees that, oh, beyond 8 hours, I can do 16 hours. I can do 24 hours because the enabling environment has been provided me by government. And businesses are in business for profit. So once the atmosphere and the environment is congenial, commonsensically, they will operate 24 hours. And by operating 24 hours, if they were going to produce 1,000 cartons a month under an 8-hour shift, they are going to now produce 3,000 cartons because they are doing 3 shifts of 8 hours each, 24/7. If they were going to employ 1,000 people, they are going to employ 3,000 people. So that is why this is so simple. The 24-hour...
Commonsensically, they will operate 24 hours. Commonsensically, commonsensically, Ndi common sense, ya just ya drink and say, yes, I common sense, they trimuno, say, Mobatrasono, Moye Dumso, Nasis allowance, teacher training, now even, Sammy GYAMFI, Brachame, Brasame, common sensically. Question you bisa we are what you call money. Yenti asema na kwa BEDIAKO the same question no yenti asema we o kafa ho na obe no be say yes commonsensically say ye de adwen ene nyansa si ko be say yes obi kanyansa sem no bi so de monwa obi de nada asam ba commonsensically yenti AMPONG kakra mansa na ye de na kwa BEDIAKO de na apso amoso busia commonsensically be an yenti AMPONG kakra mra Osia to baba baba dey enyane nkuko ne mponche nkete se ya to baba baba ha baba dey enyane nkete ni to ba kufu aroso dey aboboa ya to baba omi a na that say $1 16 something dollars baby series baako dollars baby say ya to baba ma say mama hama ana ba omi a dey ma kutu down. So
I am talking about coastal transportation because the future of Ghana and Africa will be based on industrial revolution and it's about to start. That is us making sure that we manufacture our resources so we don't go out there to buy it again. Because the people who are taking our resources, bauxite, we go back to China to buy aluminium and bring it back after they go and refine it. So I don't want that. I want to be able to introduce industrialization and let our children, let the nation, our country learn how to turn the bauxite material to alumina and then from there to aluminium. Okay. This process, 1, 2, 3, can create 100,000 jobs in 1 plant or 2 plants. And I'll tell you why.
Abuja, you see what we
they are robots. They work 24 hours. Meaning that people will start working 8 hours.
Abusia, you hear what me see, you hear what me hear, you see what me sees. Huh? What's there? Or say a person will go after a for me, my bow. Then whenever you know has yes, I go ahead and go. Now, the only in dear by Yankas and Cassia, my Passing back to pie, besides, I need to go one money by seeing and not come to their constant now. We have everything here. But all introduce industrialization. About the system, no, Busia, open up it. I feel a country economy and a common sense. Abusia, Yahumo pay, Mwaba pay. The moment I can say, oh, I go for the year, suddenly, Mwaba pay. Then I come with that, couldn't take it in a way. So, all many be the president, never why the good system. when a petroleum city and was all day about if you can support him, Senka, Scam of the Cuckoo too. Damn, Eiii, Scam of Cocoya, oh, Scam of Cocoya, Scam of the Cocoya, not going to support him, not coming. Ne petroleum we could have Taka de Poya, Kabusia, Kodak Kakarabu, Kataka de mine. $58 million. Seka e kwa support sana na kwa BEDIAKO ne project we ya abusia nka de baby assistant ne beko motika na hamo data ye mu awrade nyakopo krakas wrade nyakopo krakas mo pie say ya gene ye nkoto na gene wa hu abusia e ma me hitia ni bire ampo say de say to ma say to abare mamwa ya to ma de ben ko konketin piti tienwum no abusia me de wasi haya hene balance wo tienwum no ya subscribe na like we say share Adios.